Welcome to my Expat Stories. How much does it cost to feel like you matter? That's what Nick needs to calculate. That's the equation he's been solving backwards for 4 years. £52,000 divided by how many times someone called him Kuya. How many videos of children saying thank you? How many prayers from an old woman who'd never met him but called him blessed? The math doesn't make sense on paper, but it made perfect sense to Nick. Until his account hit zero and the gratitude was the only currency he had left. If you've ever given until it hurt because stopping hurt more, like and subscribe as this one's going to recognise you. Here's Nick. I'm Nick, 62, Berkshire, just outside London. Baker my whole life, started apprentice at 16. Worked my way up, ended up owning a small bakery in town. Bread, cakes, wedding cakes mostly toward the end. Sold the business 3 years back. Retired. My wife Karen died 7 years before that. Cancer, breast cancer. 2 years from diagnosis to funeral. We had one daughter, Michelle, 34 now. Lives in Brighton, software something. We're not close. My fault probably. I worked too much when she was young. Bakery hours meant I left at 4 in the morning. Came home at 6 in the evening. Every day. For 30 years. Karen and I had a decent marriage. Comfortable. We didn't fight. Didn't really connect either toward the end. Just existed parallel to each other. When she died, I felt guilty that I didn't feel more. Felt sad but not destroyed. Just alone. And I'd been alone before Karen died anyway. Just more obviously alone after. I retired, sold the bakery for £120,000. Not a fortune, but enough. Had my state pension, £13,000 a year. The house in Reading was paid off. Terraced, 2 bedrooms, small garden. Nothing special. I didn't need much. Didn't want much. Just something to fill the days. I joined Facebook. Never had it before. Michelle told me to. Dad, you need to connect with people. You're 60. You've got years left. Don't spend them alone in that house. So I joined. Started scrolling, joining groups, Christians worldwide, UK expats abroad, baking enthusiasts, random groups that gave me something to read, someone to occasionally message. That's how I met Rosa. She posted in Christians worldwide. Prayer request for her daughter who was sick. Fever that wouldn't break. Hospital in Bohol couldn't figure out what it was. Rosa was scared. The post was simple. Just asking for prayers. Included a photo of her daughter. Little girl. Maybe 6. Lying in a hospital bed. Too small for the bed. IV in her tiny arm. I commented. Said I'd pray for her daughter. Sent a message. Asked if there was anything else I could do. Rosa replied. Thanked me. Said prayers were enough. They couldn't afford much treatment, but they were managing. Trusting God. I asked what treatment cost. She said they needed blood tests the public hospital didn't have equipment for. Private hospital could do them, but it was 8,000 pesos. £110. Insurance didn't cover it. They were trying to save up. I sent them money. Western Union. £110. Didn't think about it. Just sent it. Rosa's daughter got the tests. Dengue fever. Treatable once they knew what it was. She recovered. Rosa sent me a video message. Her in the hospital with her daughter. The little girl awake now. Smiling. Weak but smiling. Rosa crying. Thanking me. You saved my daughter. God sent you to us, thank you. Salamat po, thank you. That video hit me somewhere deep. Somewhere I didn't know was empty until something filled it. I watched it 5 times. This woman I'd never met. This child I'd never seen. Thanking me. Calling me their saviour. And I felt useful, needed, important. For the first time since Karen died. Maybe the first time ever. I replied. Said I was glad I could help, asked about her situation. Rosa told me. Widow. Husband died 2 years before, motorcycle accident. Delivery driver. No insurance, no savings. She was left with 3 children. The daughter I'd helped. Maricel, 6. A son, Joshua, 9. Another daughter, Angel, 4. Rosa worked as a seamstress. Made clothes for a small shop in Tagbilaran. Made 6,000 pesos a month. £80. That's it. For 4 people. Her husband's mother lived with them, helped with the kids. But that was another mouth to feed. The math was impossible. £80 a month for 5 people. Rent was 2,000 pesos, £28. Leaving £52 for food, utilities, school, medicine, everything. They were surviving but barely, one emergency away from catastrophe. Always. I sent another £1,000 a month later. Rosa's mother-in-law had fallen, broken her hip, needed surgery. 15,000 pesos. Rosa hadn't asked. I saw her post in the prayer group, asking for prayers for healing, for a miracle. I messaged her, asked if she needed help. She said no, said they'd manage. I sent it anyway. Rosa called me. Voice call. First time I'd heard her voice. She was crying. Kuya Nick, I can't accept this. It's too much. You already helped with Maricel. I can't keep taking from you. You're not taking, I'm giving, and I can afford it. Please, let me help. Why? Why would you help us? You don't even know us. Because I can, and because you need it. That's enough. She thanks me. Over and over. Said she'd never forget. Said I was an angel. Said God sent me. Her mother-in-law sent a video message. Old woman, maybe 70, sitting in a hospital bed, bandaged hip, crying, hands pressed together in prayer. Salamat Kuya. Salamat. God bless you. I pray for you every day. Every day. I watched that video 10 times. Saved it. Watched it when I felt low. When the house felt too quiet. When Michelle didn't call. When I lay in bed at night and thought about how empty everything was. I'd watch that old woman praying for me. And I'd feel something. Purpose maybe. Or just less invisible. The third time I sent money was 2 months later. School fees. Joshua needed uniforms and books for the new school year. 4,000 pesos. £55. Rosa mentioned it in passing in a message. Wasn't asking. Just telling me about her stress. About trying to save up. I sent it that day. This time all 3 kids sent thank you messages. Video messages. Joshua in his new uniform. Thank you, Kuya Nick. I can go to school because of you. Maricel drawing a picture. Hearts and flowers and thank you, Kuya Nick in crayon. Angel too young to write but saying thank you, Kuya, over and over while giggling. I cried watching those videos. 60-year-old man sitting alone in his house. In Reading crying because 3 children in the Philippines thanked him for school fees. But they weren't just thanking me. They were making me matter. Making me exist. Making me more than a retired baker waiting to die in a house that smelled like toast and old carpets and loneliness. I started helping regularly. Not huge amounts. £300 here, £500 there, whatever Rosa mentioned needing. Medicine, food, repairs. The roof leaked. I sent money to fix it. The electricity got cut off. I paid the bill. Joshua needed glasses. I bought them. Angel got sick. I covered the doctor. Rosa stopped trying to refuse. Stopped saying it was too much. Just started thanking me. Sending videos. The kids drawing pictures. The mother-in-law praying. Rosa herself crying. Grateful, overwhelmed, blessed. And I kept giving because the gratitude was. It was everything. It was what got me out of bed. It was what made me check my phone. It was what filled the silence. Michelle visited at Christmas, 18 months into helping Rosa. We had dinner. I cooked. Roast chicken. She asked how I was spending my time. Keeping busy. Online mostly. Staying connected. You seem different. Happier maybe. What changed? I've been helping someone. A widow in the Philippines. She's got 3 kids. Struggling. I send money when she needs it. Michelle's face changed. How much money? Whatever she needs. Few £100s a month. Dad, for how long? About 18 months. So you've sent, what, £10,000? 15. I didn't answer, because by then it was £28,000. And I knew how that sounded, but Michelle didn't understand. She didn't know what it felt like to be thanked, to be needed, to be Kuya Nick who saved lives and fixed problems, and mattered to someone. Michelle left that visit worried. I could see it in her face. The way she hugged me too tight at the door. The way she said, Dad, please be careful. Like I was doing something dangerous. But I wasn't being scammed. Rosa never asked. Never manipulated. Never lied. She was genuinely grateful. Genuinely struggling. And I was genuinely helping. The helping escalated. Not because Rosa asked for more, but because I offered more. Saw needs before she mentioned them. Her posts in the prayer group about stress, about being tired, about not knowing how to pay for this or fix that, and I'd message. I can help. Let me help. Joshua needed a school laptop for online classes. I bought it. 8,000 pesos, £110. He sent a video. Him opening the box. His face when he saw it. Pure joy. Kuya Nick, thank you. I can do my homework now. I can learn. His mother in the background crying. Angel needed dental work. Baby teeth rotting from malnutrition early in life. 10,000 pesos for fillings and cleaning. £140. I sent it. Angel sent a video after the dentist, smiling, showing her teeth. Thank you, Kuya Nick. No more hurt. The mother-in-law's diabetes medicine. Monthly cost, 2,000 pesos, £28. I started covering it. Every month. Automatic. She'd send me prayers. Kuya Nick, you are my angel. God will reward you. I pray for your health, for your happiness, for your soul. Rosa's sewing machine broke. She couldn't work without it. Couldn't earn the £80 a month without it. New machine was 20,000 pesos. £280. I sent it immediately. Us. By the end of the second year, I was us. By the end of the second year, I was sending an average of £900 a month. Some months less. Some months more. But average 900. That's 10,800 a year. My pension was 13,000 a year. I was living on £2,200 a year. £180 a month. The house was paid off, so no rent. But utilities, council tax, food, it was tight. Very tight. I stopped eating out, stopped buying clothes, and stopped maintaining the house. The garden went wild, the gutters filled with leaves. The bathroom tap dripped. I didn't fix any of it, because fixing it meant money I couldn't send to Rosa. My savings from the bakery sale were disappearing. 120,000 when I sold. Down to 68,000 by year 3. 52,000 gone. 44,000 to Rosa's family directly. 8,000 on my own life. The math was clear. At this rate, I'd be broke in 6 years. And then what? But I couldn't stop, because every time I thought about stopping, Rosa would send a video. Or the kids would send drawings. Or the grandmother would send prayers. And I'd feel it. That warmth, that purpose, that mattering, and I'd send more. Michelle found out how much when she looked at my bank statements. Year 3. She'd come to visit, asked to borrow my laptop to check her email, saw my banking app open, saw the transfers, Western Union. Again. £900, £800, £1,200. Monthly. For years. She confronted me in the kitchen. The kitchen smelled like old grease and burnt coffee. I hadn't cleaned in weeks. The bin was overflowing. Dishes in the sink. I'd stopped caring about my space. Only cared about sending money to Bohol. Dad, you've sent £44,000 to this woman. 44,000. She's not a woman. She's a widow with 3 children and no help. You don't even know her. You've never met her. And you've sent her £44,000 while you're living like this. She gestured at the kitchen. The mess. The neglect. I'm fine. You're not fine. Look at yourself. When did you last buy new clothes? When did you last fix anything in this house? When did you last live like you matter? I matter to them. You're buying mattering, Dad. You're not actually helping them. You're medicating yourself with their gratitude. That stopped me. The word, medicating. Because she was right. That's exactly what it was. Every video was a dose. Every thank you was a hit. Every prayer was medicine against the loneliness, against the emptiness, against being 62 and alone in Reading with nothing to live for. But even knowing that didn't make me stop. Because medication works. Even if you're addicted, even if it's destroying you, it works, it makes you feel better. And feeling better when you feel like nothing is worth any cost. Year 4 started, and I was down to £53,000 in savings. 13,000 a year pension. I was still sending Rosa 900 a month average. Still barely living on 200 a month for myself. The house was falling apart. The roof started leaking. I put buckets under the drips. Didn't fix it. The heating broke. I wore coats inside. Didn't fix it. The car needed MOT repairs. I stopped driving. Didn't fix it. Michelle stopped visiting. Said she couldn't watch me destroy myself. Said I needed therapy. Said I was addicted. Said I needed to stop. I didn't. Couldn't. Because stopping meant the video stopped. The drawing stopped. The prayer stopped. And if those stopped, what did I have? An empty house in Reading. A pension barely enough to survive on. A daughter who couldn't bear to see me. 62 years old and waiting to die. At least with Rosa's family, I was Kuya Nick. I was needed. I was appreciated. I was alive in someone's story, even if I was dying in my own. Month 42. My savings hit £31,000. Michelle's warning from year 3 echoed. At current rate, broke in 6 years. Except it wasn't 6 years anymore. It was 3 years. Because I'd kept sending, kept giving, kept chasing that feeling. Rosa sent a message. Her roof was collapsing. Rainy season damage. Needed complete repair. 40,000 pesos. £560. I didn't have it. Not without dipping deeper into savings. Not without getting dangerously close to the edge. I sent it anyway, because the alternative was saying no. And saying no meant disappointing them. Meant ending the gratitude. Meant losing the only thing that made me feel human. The thank you video that came back was different. Rosa looked tired. Grateful, but tired. Kuya Nick, I don't know what to say anymore. Thank you doesn't feel like enough. You've done so much. Too much. I worry about you. Are you okay? Are you taking care of yourself? I lied. Told her I was fine. Told her not to worry. Told her to just fix the roof. Keep the family safe. That's all that mattered. But she'd seen something. The cracks. The desperation. The need in my giving. And she'd asked if I was okay. And I'd lied. Because admitting I wasn't okay meant admitting I was buying their love. Buying their gratitude. Buying the feeling of mattering. And I couldn't admit that. Not to her. Not to myself. Month 46. £28,000 left. My heating was still broken. It was January. I wore 3 jumpers inside. Slept under 4 blankets. The house smelled like damp and mould. The bathroom ceiling was growing black spots. I ate tinned food. Beans. Soup. Bread. Cheap bread. Not the good bread I used to bake. Just white sliced. 50 pence a loaf. Joshua needed money for a school trip. Educational tour to Manila. 3,000 pesos. £42. I sent it. He sent a video from the trip. Manila landmarks. Happy. Learning. Thank you, Kuya Nick. I'm seeing the capital. I'm learning history. That video cost me £42 I didn't have. But it gave me something I couldn't price. It gave me 2 minutes of feeling like I mattered. I'm broke now. Not technically. I've got £8,400 left in savings. But that's emergency money. That's if the roof collapses completely. If I need medical care, if something catastrophic happens. That's not living money, that's surviving money. My pension is £13,000 a year. I send Rosa £200 a month now. That's £2,400 a year. Leaves me £10,600 to live on. £204 a week. It's doable. Barely. But it means no repairs, no car, no luxuries. Just existence. The house is falling apart. The roof still leaks. I've got 7 buckets in various rooms catching drips. The smell of damp is everywhere. In the walls, in the carpet, in my clothes. The heating's been broken for 18 months. I wear layers. Even in summer, I'm cold now. 64 years old and always cold. I eat cheaply. Tinned beans, pasta, rice. The bakery skills I spent 40 years learning go unused because I can't afford decent flour, can't afford butter, can't afford the ingredients that make bread worth eating. I buy the cheapest white bread from Tesco. 50 pence a loaf. It tastes like cardboard. I eat it anyway. Michelle doesn't visit anymore. Hasn't been here in 10 months. We text occasionally. Brief texts. How are you? Fine. That's it. She's given up trying to save me. I don't blame her. I wouldn't visit me either. Wouldn't want to see what I've become. A 64-year-old man, living in squalor, sending his last pounds to strangers in the Philippines because their gratitude is the only thing keeping him alive. But I can't stop. Even now. Even broke. Even with my house crumbling, and my daughter gone, and my health declining. I can't stop. Because the videos still come. The drawings still come. The prayers still come. Last month, Joshua graduated primary school. Sent a video in his graduation gown. Kuya Nick, I'm going to high school. Because of you. You kept me in school. Thank you. Rosa crying in the background. The grandmother praying. God bless Kuya Nick. God reward him in heaven. I sent £200 for his high school enrollment. Money I needed for my own electricity bill. The power company sent a final notice. I ignored it. Sent the money to Bohol instead. Because Joshua's education matters. And because hearing him thank me matters more than keeping my lights on. That's the sickness. That's the addiction. Choosing their gratitude over my own electricity, over my own food, over my own survival. And knowing I'm doing it and not being able to stop. Rosa asked me last week if I'm okay. Really okay. Said she's worried. Said I look thin in the photos I send. Said my voice sounds tired. Asked if I'm eating enough. If I'm taking care of myself. I lied. Said I'm fine, just getting older. Slowing down, normal aging. Nothing to worry about. She said, Kuya, if you need to stop helping us, we'll understand. We'll manage. You've already done so much. More than anyone, you've changed our lives. But we don't want you to hurt yourself for us. And I felt it. The panic. The withdrawal. The fear that if I stop, the videos stop. The gratitude stops. And then what am I? Just a broke 64-year-old in a mouldy house in Reading waiting to die alone. I told her no. I'm fine. I want to help. It makes me happy to help. That part wasn't a lie. It does make me happy. It's the only thing that makes me happy. Even if it's destroying me. Even if I'm starving myself to feed their gratitude. Even if I'm freezing to keep their warmth. My doctor said I'm malnourished, underweight, vitamin deficient. Asked if I'm eating. I said yes. He didn't believe me. Referred me to social services. I didn't go, because social services might make me stop sending money, might make me choose myself over Rosa's family. And I can't do that. Won't do that. Because here's the truth I can't say out loud. The truth Michelle saw. The truth Rosa might suspect. The truth I barely admit to myself. I'm not helping them. I'm using them. Using their poverty to feel rich. Using their need to feel needed. Using their gratitude to feel alive. They're not scamming me. I'm scamming myself. Buying purpose with pounds. Medicating loneliness with thank you videos. Rosa's family gets money. Real money that helps real problems. But I get something too. I get to matter. Get to be Kuya Nick who saves the day. Get to be someone's hero. Even if that hero's starving in Reading, while the people he's saving thrive in Bohol. Who's using who? That's the question I can't answer. Because we're both getting something. Both trading. Both benefiting and both being destroyed in different ways. I'm Nick, 64. Retired baker. £52,000 sent to a widow and her 3 children over 4 years. £8,400 left. Still sending £200 a month. Still getting thank you videos. Still addicted to being needed. Still choosing their gratitude over my own survival. And the worst part, if I could go back, I'd do it again. Because those 4 years of being Kuya Nick were better than the 60 years before of being nobody. Even if it costs everything. Even if it kills me. At least I mattered to someone. This is my expat stories. Sometimes the person you're hurting most is yourself. And the people you're helping are just witnesses to your self-destruction.